gonna play this video.
Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining us. So today we will be talking about articulatory phonetics. This is the study of how speech sounds are produced in the vocal tract. All of our articulators in our vocal tracts must work in concert to produce just one speech sound. This is to say nothing of the complexity of these motor routines in casual speech. So just a note, we will be focusing on the phonetics of spoken languages, and more specifically, consonant sounds in North American English in this video. So, what's the difference between consonants and vowels, you might ask? Well, basically, consonants involve some constriction of airflow, whereas vowels do not. When linguists describe consonant sounds, we use three criteria: voicing, place of articulation, and manner of articulation. Let's talk about each of these in turn. Voicing, or state of the glottis, refers to what the vocal folds are doing. When air passes through open vocal folds, we call these voiceless sounds. When air passes through vibrating vocal folds, we call these voiced sounds. You can feel the difference between voiced and voiceless sounds by putting your hand right here on your Adam's apple if you're a male, or where your Adam's apple would be if you're a female. So produce these two sounds in succession. S, z, s, z. Which one produces the vibration? You should feel that z produces a vibration, so it's a voiced sound, whereas s does not produce the vibration, so it's a voiceless sound. Place of articulation refers to where in the vocal tract the constriction of airflow takes place. Bilabial sounds are produced with both lips, like p, b, m. Labiodental sounds are produced with the upper teeth and the lower lip, such as f, v. Interdental sounds are produced with the tongue in between the upper and lower teeth, such as th, th. Alveolar sounds are produced with the tongue at or near the ridge right behind the upper front teeth, such as t, d, s. Palatal sounds are produced at the hard palate or the roof of the mouth, such as sh, zh, y. Velar sounds are produced at the velum or soft palate, such as k, g. And glottal sounds are produced at the glottis, or the space between the vocal folds, such as h, or the catch in the throat, as in Batman. Manner of articulation refers to how the airflow is constricted in the vocal tract. Stop sounds result from a complete constriction of airflow, followed by a release of that air, such as p, t, k, b, d, g. Fricatives are sounds produced when the tongue approaches but does not make contact with a place of articulation, causing a bottleneck of the airflow. And this gives the sound a friction-like quality, such as v, f, z, sh. Affricates result from a sequence of stop plus fricative in rapid succession. So the affricate ch represents t plus sh, just as the affricate j results from d plus j. Nasal sounds are produced when the velum is lowered, allowing air to pass through the nasal cavity, such as mm, mm, mm. Liquid sounds are produced by allowing air to pass by one or both sides of the tongue, and the tongue itself can move a lot to shape the sound, such as l, r. Glide sounds are produced with very little constriction of airflow, so little in fact that they are often referred to as semivowels, such as w, y. And finally, we have tap sounds. Tap sounds involve a rapid flick of the tongue to some place of articulation. In North American English, we only really have one tap, and that's at the alveolar ridge. You can hear the tap sound in the word butter, butter. Now notice where we write it with two T's in English that your tongue is producing a tap sound there rather than a full stop or plosive sound. So in North American English you say butter. Now as compared to in received pronunciation where you say butter, that involves a full t stop. Okay, we've discussed these three criteria for describing consonant sounds: voicing, place of articulation, and manner of articulation. And when linguists talk about a consonant sound, they do so in that order. So, for example, the sound B is considered a voiced bilabial stop. S is a voiceless alveolar fricative. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
Okay, we come back. What about the video?
Very helpful.
Yes.
It talks about three criteria.
I would
need
like
to
to have seen
consider
this video when I was in university. That would be
Yeah,
easier.
yeah. What else? What about, guys, the video?
it defines why it's called the place. It defines why it called what as you mentioned. It defines clearly where and why the sound is produced.
Okay, this video reinforce that we're gonna study before about the first sounds, the first two group, the stops and fricative. And now today we're going to study about nasal, about the uh, affricates, glottal, and liquid sounds. And you have a more idea, a more clear idea about this topic. Now, let me back to the PowerPoint. Today, we're going to start with nasal sounds. Here we have a, a description about the classification of nasal sound. As you see, we have three nasal sounds. Could you read, please, the first one? Here, this one. Can you read, please?
M is voice, bilabial, and nasal.
Thank you. This
Voice,
one?
voice, alveolar, and nasal.
Okay, good. Another participant, the last one. Alex?
Voice, velar, nasal.
Voice, velar, nasal. Voice, velar, nasal. Okay. Thank you, good. Another person, could you read this word, please? Gabriela. Gabriela. Let me see, Madeleine. Could you read, please, this word? Darling.
Me.
Me. Produce again. Repeat again, please.
Me.
Okay,
Me.
good. This one, another participant.
No. No.
No.
No.
No. Okay. This one,
Sing. Sing.
think. At the
Sing.
end, produce again at the end. Think.
Sing. Sing.
Okay, very good. We have M, N, and eng. Eng. Nasal sound according to point of articulation, manner of articulation, and voicing. Nasal sound is a consonant produced by redirect the air through the nose instead of allowing to go out to the mouth. In this case, the air goes through our nose. There are the three types of nasal in English. Could you read examples, please?
Mouth,
Okay.
neck,
Mm-hmm.
no más.
Mm.
Song. I know. I can't.
Mm. Mm.
It's like angu.
Yes, so close. Song. Song. Okay, good.
Okay.
This one. Can you read, please, the definition of the production?
A voice bilabial nasal sound. Production of begin with the lips together, the vocal cords vibrating, and air escaping through the nose.
Here,
Mm.
here we have the examples or the graphic. We should put our lips together and the vocal cords should vibrate or produce vibration. This word is a bilabial, sorry, a voiced, first voiced, bilabial nasal sound. Voiced because we should produce a vibration. Bilabial because we use our lips together. And the nasal because the air goes through our nose. Here we have examples. Let's participate. All of you. The first one.
Mountain. Mountain. Mountain.
This one.
Moon. Moon.
Here.
Hammer.
Hammer.
Okay, this one.
Camera.
This one.
Hamster.
Yes, good.
Map.
Uh-huh. This one.
Mask.
Aquí.
Shimmery. Shimmery. To make.
Repeat again. Repeat again this one.
Chimney.
Repeat again.
That chimney.
Chimney. At the end, remember the end in the middle. Chimney. Repeat again, people, please.
Chimney.
Okay.
Chimney.
This one.
Tomato.
Tomato.
Uh-huh. And this one.
Lemon.
Remember, we should put our lips together. Mm, mm.
Lemon.
Yes. Okay, the second sound. Let's gonna Alex. Ahmed. Let's
N, N,
read. Let's read.
voice, alveolar, nasal.
Nasal. You say nasal. Repeat.
Voice, alveolar, nasal.
Okay, good. Here.
And production, Brian, white deep tongue, pressed, acid, deep, alveolar, right, deep vocal chords, vibration, and air escape from this nose.
Okay. Thank you. Is a voice alveolar nasal? Yes. The production began or begin with the tone press against the alveolar ridge, like in the picture. Here we have the picture, our tone. This is our tone, and go to the alveolar ridge. The vocal cords vibrate and the air escape through the nose. The difference, look in this one. Here, this is our lips together. Here, in this part, now, the tone go against to the alveolar ridge. This is just the change. Produce the sound, people.
Mm, mm,
Mm,
mm,
mm. Okay, here we have examples.
Man.
Repeat again. Remember how we produce the first sound with the lips together.
man,
Man.
man, man, man,
This one
Son.
Son.
man,
here,
Bun.
Man.
bum,
okay.
bum,
Here,
Spoon.
spoon,
Spoon.
spoon,
Spoon.
spoon,
Spoon.
spoon,
and remember this sound.
spoon,
The
Rain.
Spoon.
spoon,
Rain.
spoon,
yes,
Spoon.
spoon. This
Spoon.
one,
Cream.
this
Cream.
one,
Pen.
pen,
Pen.
pen,
okay.
pen,
Here,
Pen.
Pen.
nose, nose, nose,
What? Nose. No.
nose,
Nose.
this
Nose.
one,
nose,
Neck.
Neck.
neck,
Neck.
okay. This one, the last one,
Where? Okay.
Nail.
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 nail, nail,
Nail.
Nail.
Okay, good. This one, can you read, please? None of you,
Okay,
none of
teacher.
you. Let's go.
Voice velar nasal production began with the vocal cords vibrating, while air escape through the mouth, then the back of the toe rises and presses against the velum.
Okay, thank you. Remember, this is a voice, velar, nasal. Look, our tone. Where is our tone? What position is this?
Velar.
We have, this is the velum inside our mouth. Yes, this is a velar nasal sound. Different to this one, look, here is the tip of the tongue in the alveolar ridge. Here, this is in the velum. And this word is a voice too. It produces vibration too. And this is the nasal too, because also the air go or escape through the nose. Here we have examples.
King, king,
King.
king, king,
Ring.
ring,
Wing.
ring, sing,
Song.
ring,
This one,
Ring.
Song.
and the last one,
Song.
song,
song,
Song.
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 Look this one. This is why we should be careful with this pronunciation. Will you pronounce the first? Will you produce the first sound?
sin, sin,
And this one?
sing,
Mm. Can you feel the difference in these sounds and in this?
sing. Yes,
The second?
king,
King.
king,
King.
King.
king,
King.
King. King.
King.
Here?
bang,
Bang.
bang, bang,
Bang. Bang.
Here?
Clang.
clang,
Clang.
clang,
Clang.
clang,
Mm. Mm. This one?
Son.
sun, sun, song.
Song.
Sometimes we say, I like this song. I like this song. And I have one song.
Homophone.
This is so funny. Son and song.
Song.
Yeah.
Song. Song.
Pay attention to this group of words. Sound, sorry. The three here are voiced. The three are nasal. Just change the place of articulation. The first one is bilabial, the second is alveolar, and the third one is velar. Just change the place of articulation. In the voicing, the three are voiced. The three produce vibration. In the manner, remember, the three are nasal. In this group, just change the place of articulation. The first one, we put our lips together. There are bilabials. In the second one, the tip of the tongue go against to the alveolar ridge. And in the third one, the last one, the tip of their tongue go to the velar. Our tongue go to the velar part inside our mouth. Okay, let's continue. How many sounds does the alveolar, the nasal sound has, sorry? How many sounds?
It has three words.
Sounds.
Sound.
Yes,
Sound.
3 sounds. Very good. Now we're gonna pass to study affricate sounds. Remember, affricative are different to affricate sounds. Here we have 2 sounds. Here, Anya, could you check that?
Yes.
This is what I mentioned before.
Ajá. Con alveolar.
Yeah. Here we have two sounds. One of these sounds is voice, and the another one is unvoiced or voiceless, as you know. Could you read the sound? Could you produce the sound?
For voice,
Yes, this one.
okay.
Okay, let me change the color.
The color, yes, I was suffering with the,
Oh, sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
Jo- Joy, as in joy, joy, and then
Okay,
voiceless or unvoiced, as in she's,
as in cheese, yes.
yes.
Here, we're going to start with this one first. We're going to review how we produce these sounds together, but we're going to describe first this, and then we're going to describe this one. Could you read, please?
In this African sound, the first sound is T, is yeah, I say T, is T. This sound is produced with the tip of the tongue placed in the alveolar ridge. The airflow is obstructed and then released without making the vocal fold vibrate. Immediately, the second sound is produced.
Okay. Here, this is the second sound.
The second sound is sh. This sound is produced with the tip of the tongue and the postalveolar region a little behind the alveolar ridge. The air is let loose, producing a hissing sound. It produces friction. The vocal folds don't vibrate either.
Okay. We here in this sound, we should combine this one and this one. First, we should try to produce like a sound, and then we should try to produce sound. When we combine, we can produce sounds like a in order to produce words like cheese, cheese, cheese. Let's practice with these words. Here we have the sound.
Let me try.
Child.
Child. Child.
Child. Yes, it's good. Excellent. Another?
Chair. Chair. Chairs.
Yes.
Chairs.
Okay, another participant. Let's go. Gabriela, Dagiseli, Darling, Madeline. You should participate. Let's go. Try.
Charles. Jones. George.
This one?
Church.
Pay attention. Look that. We have this sound at the beginning and at the end of the word.
Church. Church.
Remember the sound.
Church. Church. Church.
Okay, and the last one?
Change.
If we say change, normal is bad, okay? Because we should put first the tip of our tongue just a little bit behind the alveolar ridge. The tip of the tongue first. Change.
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 Child. Child. Chair.
Church.
Chair. Chair.
Church.
Change.
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 Okay, good. Now, let's study this sound. In the last, like the last one. We're gonna review first this one and then this one. Can you read, please?
D.
The source. In the second,
In the second, yeah. Let's go.
in the second affricate sound of the English, the first sound is Z. This sound is produced while the tip of the tongue placed in the alveolar ridge. The airflow is obstructed and the relaxed, making we vocal fold vibrate.
Vibrate. Vibrate.
Vibrate. Immediately, the second sound is produced.
Okay, thank you. This sound is produced with the tip of the tongue placed in the alveolar ridge. Like immediately after that, we're gonna produce the second sound. Like this one. This sound. Do you remember how we produce this sound? Do you remember? Let's see the video.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which one, teacher?
This one,
This
sound.
one.
Yes. Here, could you produce this word?
General.
General. General.
Do you feel the first sound?
General.
General.
It is voice. Voice.
Yes, his voice. Here we have another example. The first one.
Judge.
Remember.
Judge.
Look how this word.
Judge.
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 Name.
Judge.
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 This one?
General.
Judge.
Repeat again. Remember the first sound.
Genuine.
Genuine.
Here we have. Okay, this one.
Generation.
Repeat.
Generation.
Generation. Generation.
Generation.
Remember, we don't say generation, no.
Generation. Junior.
This
Junior.
one,
Junior.
Junior.
how we say
Junior.
here in Panama.
Junior.
Junior de la casa.
Junior.
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 Junior. Junior.
Junior.
Again, this one,
General. General.
General.
general. And this one, look that. Look this word.
Okay.
Education.
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 How
Education.
normally we say.
Education.
Most of the time we said
I have heard
education.
I have heard education. But
Education.
the correct pronunciation is education.
Yeah,
Education.
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 How do you say
Education.
naranja? How do you say naranja?
Orange.
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 Y naranjas,
Orange.
Huh? Oranges.
Oranges.
could you feel the
Oranges.
sound? Orange, orange, orange.
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 Yeah,
Orange.
yeah. Sometimes people said orange, orange, and orange. Use these sounds. Orange.
Orange.
Orange. Orange.
Orange.
Okay, remember, how many sounds does do the African sound has? How many sounds do the African have?
It has
Two.
Just two sounds. Africate has just two sounds. Now let's go to liquids. Do you remember from the last class the liquid sounds? When we describe the liquid sounds, do you remember? No?
The R.
Yeah?
L.
Yeah. We have two liquid sounds. How we pronounce this one?
O.
This one?
R. R.
R.
R.
Okay, good. Could you read, please?
There are
There are
two
two.
primary types of liquid. L. Naturals, in which the air is directed toward the side of the mouth. R. No laterals, in which the flow of air is altered but still direct forward.
Okay, thank you. Here we have the different in the picture, how we put our tongue with the L sound and how we should curve our tongue when we producing this sound. Here we have the pictures with a demonstration about how we should move our tongue in order to produce these sounds. Will you read first the first sounds, please?
L.
Okay. Can you read the description?
Lateral sound. A lateral liquid is a sound in which the flow of air out of the body is redirected around the tongue and toward the sides of the mouth before extending through the lips.
Okay, good. Let's gonna practice. We learn when we practice. These sounds. Produce these sounds.
Lion, lion, lion,
Here in the middle.
balloon,
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 Okay. Here.
apple,
apple, apple, apple,
Okay. Here.
girl, girl,
Girl.
Girl.
Okay, good.
lip,
This one.
lips,
lips,
Lip.
lips,
lip,
lips,
Okay.
lips,
love,
love,
Love.
love,
Love.
love,
This one.
lightning,
listening,
lightning,
lightning,
Lion.
lightning,
Okay, and this one.
beloved,
below,
beloved,
below,
beloved,
Okay,
beloved.
good. This sound is easy because this sound is so similar to our L sound in Spanish. This is very easy. And this one. Could you read, please?
Horror sound, non-lateral sound. A non-lateral liquid is a sound it's in which the flow of the air out of the body is altered by the shape of the tongue, usually flowing over the tongue, resonating near the roof of the mouth.
Okay, thank you. Here the difference is our tone. Our tone stop the air when he curly. He make a like a curly position in this part and he stop the airflow. And he move like this is the roof of our mouth and he curly through this move to the through this roof like this one. Like I make a graphic here in the picture in order to produce these sounds. Here we have examples to practice.
Ruler, ruler,
I'll
ruler,
produce here.
roller,
ruler,
ruler, ruler,
ruler,
blur,
Here.
rubber,
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 rubber, rubber,
rubber,
Okay.
rubber,
rubber,
Here.
doctor,
doctor, doctor,
doctor, mm,
motor,
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 Remember? Remember the beginning sound?
motor,
mother,
motor,
motor,
Okay, here.
actor,
actor, actor,
Here.
actor,
Remember
park,
this sound and this sound.
park,
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 Okay.
park,
This one.
dark,
Remember how we produce this sound.
dark,
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 dark, dark,
Hear these
dark,
sounds.
dark, here,
hot, hot,
Remember how we
hot,
produce this sound.
hot, hot,
hair,
hair,
Hair.
hair,
Okay,
hair,
good. This one. Remember how we produce this sound.
fork,
fork,
Remember.
fork,
fork, fork,
fork,
fork,
Okay. And here.
Her.
Remember this sound? What is the production of this sound? Be careful. Remember how this sound
Her.
this one.
Her.
Produce this one.
For.
Storm.
Storm.
Remember, we don't have any vowel sound at the beginning.
Storm.
Yes.
Storm.
Okay, good. How many sounds
Hot.
lateral group has?
We have
How many sounds lateral group has?
2.
Liquid.
Just 2 sounds. Let's see this video. Are you listening?
No.
Okay, sorry. Wait a moment. Let me. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me change that. Here we have. Okay. Now we have the video here.
Hello there. This is the Sounds American
Are you
channel.
listening to now?
Yes, teacher.
In this
Okay,
video,
thank
we'll compare two consonant sounds, r and l, as in the words pray and play. In our previous videos, we learned how to make them. Remember the videos for the r sound, as in the word run, and the ul sound, as in the word let? The r and the ul may not sound similar, but they have some things in common. Both of them are made with air passing through the mouth around the sides of the tongue like a liquid. This is why they're called the liquid consonants. Foreign speakers who don't have these sounds in their native language often can't distinguish between the r and the ul and may involuntarily distort or swap them in words. A great way to practice the pronunciation of these two sounds is to practice them in contrasting word pairs. Before we begin, let's check how well you can differentiate between the r and the ul sounds. You'll see a pair of words on the screen and hear only one of them pronounced. For example, play. Can you guess what word you heard? Let's try a few more word pairs. Brush. Clown. Grow. Free. Lice. How did you do? Don't get discouraged if you didn't get all the words right. You'll improve after doing some pronunciation exercises in just a minute. Here are the two key distinctions between the r and the ul. First, look at the position of the tip of the tongue. For the r sound, the tip of the tongue is raised toward the alveolar ridge, but it doesn't touch it. For the ul sound, the tip of the tongue touches the alveolar ridge behind your upper front teeth. Second, look at the blade of the tongue. For the r sound, the middle of the tongue is lowered and the back of the tongue is raised. For the ul sound, the back of the tongue is lowered. Let's pronounce these sounds one after the other. R, ul, r, ul, r, ul. Now that you've reviewed how to make these consonants, let's practice pronouncing these sounds in some words. This is the most important part of your training, so try to go through as many words as possible. You'll see a word on the screen and hear its pronunciation. Arrive. After that, you'll have a few seconds to pronounce the word. Repeat each word after the speaker. The first word will have the r consonant sound, and the second will have the ul consonant sound. Let's begin. Arrive. Alive. Broom. Bloom. Brush. Blush. Crime. Climb. Crowd. Cloud. Crown. Clown. Correct. Collect. Frame. Flame. Free. Flee. Fresh. Flesh. Fry. Fly. Grass. Glass.
Okay, let's go back. Okay, opinions about this video.
There is a clear distinction between two words. There is a contrast, and we can see the difference when we put the pairs of words, the different pairs of words with R and R. We find the difference, and it's useful
Absolutely.
this quiz.
Absolutely. You're right, Josue. What else? What other opinions?
I think in our language in Spanish, it's not a problem and it's not difficult to understand and make the difference between the both sounds in your
Yes.
language.
Yeah, you're right. What else? Okay. We come back to our presentation to continue. And now we're going to study the last group. Glass. Do you remember what we were talking about to these last two sounds? Do you remember this production and this production? Both are semi what? Semi-bar.
Semi-vowel. No.
Yeah, semi-vowels. Do you remember these pronunciations?
What?
You like a you.
Uh-huh. Okay, and this one?
Yay.
It's ha.
Are you sure? Remember, these are semi-vowels.
J.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I will remember it.
Okay. Yes.
here, yes. Let's go. Here, could you read, please? We're gonna start here. Could you read, please, guys? Place of articulation. Where is the place of articulation?
Corporate.
Okay.
Voice. Light.
Here we have the description. Voice, palatal, light.
Okay.
And this one? What is the description?
Voice. Like your light.
Glide. Okay. Look this part. Look this one. This is a very important clue. Can you read, please?
Shortened versions of vowels correspond to clear.
Yes. Yeah. It's like these sounds. This one. Like yeah. Yeah. And this one?
Correspond to
Like to this sound. Wait. Let's gonna make with examples. Here we have examples. How we produce this word, these sounds.
We
say we or we.
The vowel first, those the vowel.
Yes, like a vowel. This one.
Word.
We say word. This one. Remember, look this sound. This is funny.
Weather.
Here, we say wait or wait?
Wait.
Wait.
Wait. Wait.
Wait. Remember, this is like a vowel sound. Here, this one.
Wait. Away.
Away. Away.
Away.
Wait.
Say,
Away.
away,
Away.
away, or away.
Away.
Away. Away. The second one.
Okay, the second one. This one.
Require.
Why?
Right.
Say,
Require.
require.
Why?
Require.
Why?
Where?
Require.
Here we have the transcription. Here we have the another sound to practice. Do you remember?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You say yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. It's a yes. 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 Yes.
Yes, darling. You don't say yes. You say yes. Okay. This one.
Unit.
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 Unit. Yard.
Here.
Yard.
Yard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yard. Some people say
Yeah.
yard. Yard.
Yes.
Remember the pronunciation? Yard.
Yard.
Yeah.
Yard. And remember the sound. Okay, this one.
Young.
Young. Young.
Young.
John or young?
Young.
Young.
Okay, good. This one.
Community.
Community.
Yes.
Look that.
Community. Community. Community.
Look this sound. Look this sound.
Community. Community. With K.
Community.
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 Okay, very good. Community.
Community.
Community. Remember, we have this
Community.
sound like
Unit. Community. Community.
yeah.
Community.
This one.
Beyond.
Young. Young.
Young.
John. Some
Young.
people say John.
Beyond.
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 Beyond. I failed. Beyond.
And this is so commonly. We use a lot this word. How we produce this word?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And what about this sound? What about this sound?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Remember this sound.
Be.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Together.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Valeria. Beautiful.
Yes. Okay, class. Very good. Excellent. Thank you. Let me. Okay, now I'm gonna stop the record. In order, if you have questions, you can ask me. Okay, let me